2NURFM News for our sponsor, Cartier Jewellery. Always unique, always quality. Toronto Town Square.
It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Rhys Wicks with 2NURFM Hunter News. Victims of child sexual abuse in the Catholic Church could be about to receive some closure today, with 2 community information sessions on the fallout from the Royal Commission currently underway in Newcastle. Those interested in attending are encouraged to come along to the Hunter Street Diocese office, tell their stories and ask their own questions. Chief Executive of the Church's Truth, Justice and Healing Council, Francis Sullivan, says it's about taking action and guiding victims through the healing process.
We're in Newcastle today to give them the information about how we as a Catholic Church are embracing the work of the Royal Commission and to provide them with background on our approach, our disposition towards getting the truth out so that there can be real justice for victims.
Education Minister Adrian Piccoli says 14 Hunter and Central Coast schools will be in line for an upgrade if the Baird government is returned to power. $28 million will be shared by these schools from a funding pool of $148 million being spent to improve the look and amenity of 60 schools across the state. Adrian Piccoli says it's all about enhancing the learning experience.
So everything we do is about getting better student results and improving the experience of students at schools. So yes, it is partly about improving appearance, but improving the functionality of classrooms and learning spaces is also part of this announcement.
However, Charlestown MP Jodie Harrison says today's announcement is all style and no substance.
Today's announcement is about window dressing. It's about being more interested in the facade of a school than in the learning that is happening inside the classroom.
Newcastle homeowners could see an increase in their residential rates of around $500 a year in order to ensure the city won't go bankrupt by 2020. The move began in November when the council voted for the rates hike, with a long-term financial plan being adopted last night. The plan was made to ensure the protection of local footpaths and museum. A final decision is expected in May. A price fall at a Marks Point property has caused tensions to rise within Lake Macquarie City Council and raised questions over sea level rise and flood measures. Owner Rob Antle recently learned his property had decreased 20% in value, prompting Councillor Jason Pauling to address Council's sea level rise risk restrictions before it was blocked by a fellow council member. Councillor Barry Johnson says he was disappointed by the actions of certain council members.
Basically, it was that he wasn't given the opportunity to speak on the issue that he wanted to raise. Councillor Coghlan effectively gagged him and prevented him from doing so. And that's actually, ethically it is wrong, morally it is wrong.
Employees of a Tomago steel manufacturer are waiting for answers from management after the business's sudden closure. About 20 Martin site workers lost their jobs on Monday after directors told them the company would endure just days before. Staff say they've been left in the lurch as they cannot register as unemployed until they receive their separation certificates. The state's Environmental Protection Authority is welcoming Lake Macquarie residents to vent their concerns about pollution associated with the former Pasminco smelter. A forum this evening aims to help the organisation gauge residents' issues within the site's clean-up and the controversial lead abatement strategy. Hunter EPA Manager Adam Gilligan says the body has been endeavouring to determine whether measures to reduce exposure to lead have been effective.
There's still quite a bit of work to be done to establish that, and in particular some work around assessing blood lead levels over the next couple of months. And so we can give an update on what our strategies are over the next couple of months to find out more. There's a whole range of options still on the table at this stage to determine what might be appropriate from there.
The forum will start at Club Macquarie, Argenton at 7:30. In finance, the All Ords is up 11.5 points at 59.01, and $1 Australian is buying 78.54 US cents. Now with sport, Belinda Does-Harris.
A lack of player support has been blamed for Port Stephens' exit from the Newcastle Rugby League. The Sharks already had around 40 players registered for first-grade reserves, open age and under-19s, but needed about double the amount to remain viable. The withdrawal ends 25 years of top-tier competition in the area. W-League Jet skipper Emily Van Egmont's getting ready to fly the flag for Newcastle as the Matildas touch down for the Cyprus Cup. It's part of a 6-week European tour to include a training camp in Italy as preparations begin for June's World Cup in Canada. But the news wasn't so great for teammate Hayley Crawford, forced to make way for Laura Allway, Kate Gill, Colette McCallum and former Jets captain Gemma Simon. And Newcastle boxer Chad Bennett is back in town to begin preparations for next month's lightweight world title against Argentinian southpaw Pablo Martin Barbosa at Wests. That's sport. I'm Belinda de las Heras.
2 on your FM news time is 1:05.